War is coming, and when I say war, I mean figuratively, but also literally. And whichever way we spin it, we're heading towards some troubled times, some unstable times in the markets, stocks, and cryptocurrencies. We're gonna discuss about all that coming up after the intro. What's up, guys? This is JC, and welcome to the Wealth Engineering channel. I create content so that you can learn how to make, keep, and multiply money by investing in stocks, crypto, real estate, and business. And today we're going to talk about the forces that can affect your wealth. We have real life scenario happening right now that we can use as a teaching moment so that we can understand the forces that can affect your wealth, to see how we can maximize it and plan that early retirement. So without further ado, let's get into it. Actually, I don't know if you guys know, Ukraine has some of the most beautiful women in the world, right? And right now they're having problems, so they need your help. If you're a single guy, go get yourself some beautiful girls out there, because there are some war time and they need your help. But just to get back to the topic, guys, Russia and Ukraine they're having a lot of issues. Tensions are rising, war talk are starting, and USA is stuck in the middle. And now you gotta understand the conflict because of that is, and it seems that the Democrats, they're like ready to war, right? They're like ready to jump. They just left the Afghanistan. Now they want to jump to a new war. And nothing prints more money than war. All right. You've already seen the effects of inflation. That was in 2020, all the amount of money that we printed so that we can fight CV-19. Now imagine when you add that plus expenses for war, the industrial complex and all. So we got to understand that, hey, this is going to affect the economy in the long run and in the short term as well. And we got to understand what's going on. So what is happening in the markets right now? Well, first, let me jump back. Actually, this news was released not that long ago saying that Ukraine president issued clarification on earlier statement that Russia will attack on Wednesday. That's right, guys. They actually had a statement going on publicly saying that, hey, Russia could actually attack on Wednesday this week, meaning tomorrow, right? And actually, depending on when you are watching this video, we might already be Wednesday somewhere in the world. So now they're saying that, hey, maybe it's not Wednesday, maybe it could go Thursday, who knows, right? But the problem is the triggers are on the fingers and they could blow up at any time. And things like this could really affect the market. If we put it back on the market chart and we're looking at the S&P 500, on the weekly chart, we already closed the week. The scandal is still indecisive. We doesn't know exactly where to go, up or down. So going sideways for the week. But what I am seeing that we should be worried about, guys, is the RSI, the Strength Find Index, because now it's like trying to find support on the 50 line, and then it's looking like it's going to break that support. If we break that and we have the war tension happening, also more inflation numbers coming to show a rise in inflation. We already had the Fed talking about raising rates aggressively. So all that could pressure the RSI to drop. We even have like big YouTubers like Meet Kevin, Graham, Stefan, all of them are selling their stocks, they're selling their positions. So that's going to create more panic in the crowd. The uncontrollable forces that could affect your wealth. You cannot control what happened with the US government, with Russia, but everything that's happening here can have a ripple effect in the cryptocurrencies. But it's not the only war that's going on right now, guys. There is also like a subtle war going on between the SEC and the crypto company, guys. And I actually predicted this. We're going to have what's going to trigger the bear market is going to be the SEC imposing more regulation on crypto companies, like taxes, for example, like limits on what they can do or can do. And little do you know that the SEC just released this right now. They're targeting BlockFi. And BlockFi is actually a big crypto company, guys. BlockFi is backed by Peter Thiel, right? One of the innovators of our age, a very successful businessman, billionaire, very deep in cryptocurrencies. And they have this lending profile where, hey, you borrow some money, and then whoever is doing that can earn some interest. They're kind of like making their own bank in a way, right? But hey, the SEC doesn't really like that. The SEC wants to punish that. And what's going on there? They're making an example out of Peter Thiel and his company so that he can force them to pay $100 million in settlements. Now the SEC is being more aggressive with crypto companies targeting the big one first, the big private companies. But it's not just the private companies that's going to get it. And I think this tweet actually summarize it even better. This tweet from Barry Silbert is actually someone who was involved in Ethereum very early on. It says that it would be naive to think that the SEC and state regulators are going to fine BlockFi $100 million, but not going after the DeFi lending platform as well. Now, here's the interesting thing. A lot of them are based in the US. And if they are based in the US, then they're subject to the SEC laws and regulations. The SEC is attacking those companies very much. But for the most part, if you're somewhere else in the world, it doesn't really affect you. Whereas when the company is based in the US and then they're doing business all over the world, it's a different story. I did predict it that the SEC is going to trigger the bear market, but now it seems that we have more forces that could make this happen, such as the war happening in Ukraine and Russia and the SEC pressure, right? So that could really push down cryptocurrencies, but we need to pay attention. It's still too early to tell, but we got to add more and more to the equation here and understand the uncontrollable forces that can affect our wealth and see how's that going to shape in the real life, and make some adjustments, right? Make some adjustments on how we manage our cryptocurrencies and make safer investments, makes investment rooted in strong fundamentals, and also accumulate, right? This could be a good time for you to accumulate. We've been discussing about that on our private discords for at least 3 weeks now, but I'm going to make a special video on the Patreon/private discord where you guys can learn more, and we're going to strategize, use that information for our advantage, because there's a lot to learn from this. And whether we're talking about figuratively or literally, these events can affect the market, which can affect our portfolio, which if you're not ready for it, you might create a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, just like we had the notice early today about Russia's going to attack and invade Ukraine starting Wednesday and then Thursday, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt will create panic in the market, but we got to stay calm and collective and prepared, right? With that said, we'll talk on the next video.
Hey, yeah, it's all about wealth engineering. Might be something that you're not used to. It's okay, cause I'm here to introduce you to concepts, time to grow and make big moves. All about crypto, come see. Stocks in business, yes indeed. Got the info that you need. Hosted by my homie JC. Hey, it's okay, cause I'm here to introduce you to concepts, time to grow and make big moves. All about crypto, come see. Stocks in business, yes indeed. Got the info that you need. Hosted by my homie JC. Hey, yeah, wealth engineering, stacking and stacking it up. It's time to generate